Well, hello everyone. This is Ron, and I'm coming back to you with another episode of Empire Coins and Collectibles. So here's a real question for you. What holiday do you think we're close to? I'm just asking. I might even be giving you a clue here. How about that? Yes, Halloween. So what does that have to do with silver stacking? Well, we're going to get to that in just a moment. But before we do, if you could, please like, share, and subscribe. That would make him very happy, and it would make me very happy as well. We're looking to drive toward 1,000 subscribers. We're getting very close, and when we do, we're going to give away a slabbed buffalo nickel. It's graded by Annex. I believe it's AU58. It's a beautiful coin, and we're going to give away a few other things, and I think Miss Empire is probably putting it here or there. Who knows where she's putting it on screen, but when she does, you'll get a good look at it and know that it is a beautiful coin. Now with that, let's go ahead and get started. So Halloween is really the eve of basically a Christian holiday. The Christian holiday basically is the Feast of All Saints. So this Halloween is the eve of the Feast of All Saints. And it's kind of been adopted by pop culture. And lots of people, children, it's mainly for children, they'll dress up in terms of all sorts of characters. My twin brother always says he dresses up like me. Go figure, that's his humor. And then they go out and they knock on doors and say trick or treat. The trick is to get the treat. I think that's the way it goes. But a little mischief is not too bad. A lot of mischief, maybe too much. But we've always had a good time. I can remember when I was growing up, going around the neighborhood, knocking on all our neighbors' doors. And of course, they were just dropping that candy right into the bag. So it has a lot of pleasant memory. But you know, there is another holiday that's become accepted almost around the globe that originated in Mexico. That holiday is the Day of the Dead. So the Day of the Dead has been celebrated on October 31st, which to this year would be the same as Halloween, but it has been as late as November 6th. Traditionally, November 1st and 6th are the days that it is celebrated, from my understanding, but it's different places have different dates in Mexico, and it is widely celebrated in Central America and South America, and again, as I said earlier, around the world. So although it's related to the simultaneous Christian remembrance of Hallowtide, which is the Feast of All Saints, it has a much less solemn tone. Actually, it's a little more joyful and playful of a holiday. Some argue that there are indigenous Mexican or ancient Aztec influences that account for the custom, and it has become a way to remember those forebears of Mexican culture. The multi-day holiday involves family and friends gathering to pay respects and to remember those that have passed and to share funny anecdotes and stories about those that have departed. And if you've ever seen any videos of people getting ready to go out into the street to celebrate the Day of the Dead, what you're going to find is they paint their face like a skull with all sorts of artistic endeavors and features. It's just beautiful. And they'll dress up in costumes and they'll go out and just kind of have a joyful time with their friends and families. And that's the beauty about it. Every country has some cultural contribution to the culture around the world, and it makes it more interesting. I love the diversity that we see in these holidays. But you're going to tell me, what does that and this have to do with silver stacking? Well, he's going to be very happy to know that it has a lot to do with silver stacking. I'm going to change my camera and let you see something right quick, and then we'll talk about it. All right, it should be on your screen now. This is a card that's showing something very special. This is kind of like one of the skulls that people would paint their faces like in white paint and black paint and other colors. Although this was developed by this artist, it poured silver. to celebrate Halloween, but it has the features of the Day of the Dead celebration. And you know, what's really interesting is it combines two things that I like very much: a holiday, Halloween, and the Day of the Dead, and silver stacking. Look at this jewel right here. Now you see, let me pull this off the back. You see, this is artistically rendered. Will it focus? Come on, focus for us. There it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at all the artistic endeavor that went into sculpting the mold and then pouring the silver. I love it. But this is something very special, not just that it's related to Halloween and the Day of the Dead. It is a limited silver pour. So let me show this to you. It was by Kim for Halloween 2018. It's 4 ounces of silver. Now, wouldn't any silver stacker want to add 4 ounces to their stack? Of course they would. And it's 0.999 fine silver. But realistically, I mean, that's all great. But what's even more interesting is there were only 25 of these made. Only 25. I have number 8 from the series. Wow, I love it. So when you collect silver, you can collect it from the Sovereign Mints. Here it is on the back, poured in 2018. There's the mark, 4 ounces of silver. And there's a serial number right there. Excuse me, not number, but fineness. And that's 8 of 25, right? I just love the pour lines here. You can see how it waved when he poured the molten silver into the mold. This makes very distinct features as that silver cools. And it is kind of interesting. It's remembrance of the skull that it became. Adds a little bit of mystery and mystique to it, especially for Halloween and Day of the Dead. But I love this sort of thing because you can collect silver from the Sovereign Mints and you'll pay a little bit of premium on it. But literally, they're pouring millions, tens of millions of coins. I mean, they're minting tens of millions of coins. Some limited mintage might be 2 million. On some rare occasions, you might find a foreign country that might have a mintage of 5 to 10,000. But that limited edition of a coin does not come close to 8 of 25. How about that? What do you guys think? Is this something that you would be interested in adding to your stack if you had a chance? Remember, I said you've always got to be out there looking to find the value. I went into my local coin and silver shop, actually gold and silver shop down in Burleson Gold and Silver, and I was speaking to Larry and Corey, the owner, and his son, and they had this for sale in their case, and I jumped on it because when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I loved it. I did pay a little bit of a premium, but you know, this is going to be worth more and is worth more than just the price of 1 troy ounce of silver, and 4 times 1 because it is 4 troy ounces. It has the artistic endeavor in it, very interesting to look at, and it has only 25 of these made in the issuance by the artist and the silver pourer, Pourer. But I suppose you would be the poorer, Poorer, if you didn't have this in your stack. At least that's my sentiments. I love it. I'm glad to have it in my stack. And I thought, given that this is that time of year when we go out and we see a lot of ghosts and goblins out on the street, why not talk about the Day of the Dead and the skulls and the skeletons that you see in the streets of Mexico around about this time next week. So there you are, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. A little bit of history and cultural icons again, a little bit of silver stacking and rarity. You take care of yourself, and please remember, if you're not out there looking, you are not finding. All the best.